Hi everyone, my name is Nick and welcome back to the ASUS North America YouTube channel. Today we're going to take a look at a brand new ROG gaming notebook, a 15-inch model which we haven't had available for a while, the one sitting right in front of me, the G550JK. So as we see here, 15-inch notebook. For an ROG notebook, if you're used to the recent G series, this is going to look a lot slimmer. It's a completely new design. You're still going to maintain the dual copper heatsinks, so you have independent heatsinks for both the CPU and the GPU, keep you nice and cool, as well as give you a great look and a great feel, and lightweight, so it's very portable as well. So that being said, let's take a little bit of a closer look and a deeper look into what else this laptop has to offer. Okay, so spec-wise, what we're looking at here for the G550JK, right off the bat here, we see the nice big panel that we have here. It is an IPS panel, so it's going to give you great viewing angles. You're going to get 178 degrees viewing angle, so you're going to be able to see the same colors that one would see looking straight at the screen from kind of the side. So if you're watching movies or games or videos online with friends, they're going to see the same thing that you're seeing regardless of where they're sitting. Processor-wise, you are going to get the brand new Haswell refresh, so the Core i7-4710HQ, so that comes default clocked at 2.5 gigahertz and should give you plenty of power to play your games or to do some other heavy processing work. Graphics-wise, of course, you're going to get the latest from NVIDIA, the 800 series. It comes with the 850M GPU. So that not only makes it so that we use NVIDIA Optimus technology, so that when you're not using the GPU or doing something very GPU intensive, you're going to be using the integrated GPU from Intel, and then when you do need the GPU horsepower, it's going to automatically switch over to NVIDIA. So it's going to give you much better battery life because of that. On top of that, you're going to get the Geforce Experience package from NVIDIA, which includes battery boost. So battery boost is a setting where when you're disconnected from power, you can artificially limit the frames that your game is going to run at so that you're not spending as much work to pump out frames that you don't necessarily need, and in turn, that's going to give you even longer battery life on top of that. Rest of the specs, you're going to get 8 gigs of DDR3 1600 megahertz memory. There are 2 slots on the inside, so you can go ahead and upgrade that up to 16 gigs of memory if you want. Hard drive wise, you're going to get a 750 gig mechanical hard drive, a 7200 RPM. This thing does boot fast even though it is a mechanical hard drive. Okay, so lastly, you're going to see on the front here, we do have a webcam. So it is a 720p HD webcam, so you can do all your cool video chats and hangouts and all that stuff in good quality. And what do you need to do that in good quality? You need a good internet connection. So Wi-Fi wise, this does come with the latest standard. So you're going to get 802.11ac Wi-Fi, which makes it super fast. You get lowered ping time responses, you get faster connection throughput, and you're generally going to have a better experience because of that. So let's take a look at some of the I/O ports and see what else this bad boy has to offer. Okay, so I/O ports. What is this laptop going to have to offer? Let's take a look here by starting on the left side of the laptop when you're facing it. So on the very edge, as you become accustomed to on some of these ROG notebooks, you're going to have the DC power in. So that's where you're going to charge your notebook with. And if you're going to want to use the GPU tweak software that automatically overclocks the GPU for even better performance, you're going to want to have this plugged in. That will enable you to do that. Next up here, we have a subwoofer port. So some of you may be asking, like, so what's this for? Do I need to bring my own subwoofer? No. So ASUS, as part of its Sonic Master Audio, has included a little subwoofer along in the package. So on top of that nice clear sound, you're also going to get a nice deep, rich feeling of bass along with it, and try to immerse yourself a little bit more in the games than you would without a sub. Next up here, we have our Gigabit Intel NIC Ethernet port. So if you're not going to be using the 802.11ac Wi-Fi that's on board, you can always plug in with a physical Ethernet line as well. Okay, so next up we have the HDMI port as well as the mini display port output. So these will give you extra monitor outputs, and with these 2 ports you can actually do 3 monitor outputs for a total of 4 screens, including the laptop itself. So you can really get a lot of screen real estate as well if that's what you're looking for, and you're definitely going to have the GPU power to back it up with the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 850M GPU inside. Next up here, the last 2 ports, we have our 2 USB 3 super speed ports. So take advantage of all that great extra speed, up to 10 times faster than the USB 2 ports. You're going to be able to transfer files, games, media a lot quicker if you're using a USB 3 thumb drive. And then last up here, we have a 3.5mm port that goes both ways. You're going to be able to hook up your microphone as well as your headphones. Okay, so I/O port-wise, on the right side of the laptop, what we're going to look at here on the very corner is a Kensington lock. For those not familiar, that enables you to lock that laptop down to your home or your office or your home office. Next up here, we have a dual-layer DVD writer drive, so you can do all the DVD and CD work that you want with it, as well as a USB 3 port, and finished off here by an SD card reader. So you're going to get plenty of ports, be able to do a lot of things, and be very flexible with this laptop. Okay, so the last of the physical features that we're going to check out on this G550JK is one of them is going to be the keyboard. So you have a full one-piece backlit keyboard. So you get a nice little glowing red that you can go ahead, of course, and adjust the intensity on through a little function hotkey up here. And then next up to the hotkeys here, we see a little silver button here that kind of looks like the power button on this side, but doesn't have the power logo. So this is a new addition that we haven't had on the ROG notebooks before, and we call this the instant key. So what the instant key is going to give you a variety of different options that ASUS has preset in terms of being able to adjust different parameters and apps within the laptop, as well as if you hold down the instant key for about 10 seconds or so, you're going to have the instant key program pop up on the screen, and then you're going to be able to either select one of those ASUS preset options or go ahead and manually point that instant key to the program of your choice. So you can go ahead and open up whichever program that you want right off of this key at the top here. The last feature here that is going to complement the backlit keyboard is going to be on the back of the lid. You're going to see the little ROG logo here on the back of the lid. That's going to illuminate as well. Okay, so on top of all those features that we went over, all of the hardware specs, you may be saying, yeah, that's great, I love the laptop, I love everything about it, but I got really slippery fingers and I always drop my stuff. What can I do about that? Don't worry, ASUS has you covered. We have a 1-year accidental damage protection, so spills, drops, those kind of accidents, we cover for 1 year. We'll go ahead and replace the laptop for you, and you're good to go. So being that you have a Core i7, you have an 850M, you can do up to 3 additional outputs on top of the laptop screen's output. This really gives a lot of flexibility, not only for the gamer, but just for those power users who want excellent value for the power that they're going to get. So thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.